And before I dive into it, it's my moment. I want to acknowledge the Kuma guys and the Wilkins, because really this today came together because of their hard work and labor. And I would just say, could I do this for you? And they'd say, no, no, no. Maybe because they know it was Michael's mom. I'm not sure what that was, but I said, okay, so thank you very much. And Dave, as always, fantastic. You know, they wouldn't be here if it wasn't you. So thanks so much. So when Michael Serio was 3 years old, I got a note home from his preschool that said, he is so joyous he can't control his limbs. Right? And now we know he can control his limbs, but he can't control words like loins. So, you know, we all hope. So we moved here when these guys were just in the 2nd grade. And Michael came home one day. Now Michael's a joiner. He joins everything. You know him at all. He is in everything. And he said, I want to join Boy Scouts. My friend Preston is in Boy Scouts, and I want to be in Boy Scouts. And so his dad and I kind of looked at each other and said, well, all right, well, here's another thing. Let's see how we can fit this one in. And every year we thought, well, this will just be another one of those things that he just sort of, you know, but he didn't. And so he comes to 5th grade. We go to the thing at Cherry Hills Village Elementary, and I'm thinking, this is it, right? He's not going to do it. No, wants to. And it's at Bethany, like down the street from our house. Could that be better? No, couldn't. So off he goes, but I keep thinking the whole time, you know, this is going to last, because he's got so many events and things going on, and you know, we're almost not noticing it, because you know what, frankly, he was doing it himself. And he did it himself all along, and he got into high school, and I looked at him and I said, wow, this is the one thing you've had since 2nd grade, you're not moving from this, so why don't you try to make sure you stay on it? Do you want me to help? And he was like, oh, no. I got it. And I said, what? And he said, this is the one thing I have that's mine. It's not my sister's. I don't have to share it with you guys. This is mine. And that's what Troop 712 has been for him. And it's important. So one day, I'm going to say maybe 3 years ago, it was before you guys were driving, I was driving Michael and Weston to a Boy Scout event at the Coliseum. Do you guys remember this? I got an earful from them about just how uncool it is to be a scout. And they said, oh no, you don't. Michael said, Mom, you don't tell people you're a scout. And I said, what are you talking about? This, you know? No. Troop 712 is very cool, but nobody else is. And I said, well, that's ridiculous, you know, of course. And he comes home and he said, no. Every time we go to these events, it just drives home that Troop 712 is the coolest Boy Scout troop ever, and no one else is. And I said, all right, you know, we'll see, whatever. Am I making you nervous? You don't know what I'm going to say?
You're dropping fire right now.
Well, you're not going to get fired. It's too bad, I don't think. So here they are. And I will say that over the past couple of years, I said, buddy, please, let's not forget this. And he said, well, you know, Sam and Weston are we're all kind of slow. And I said, well, you guys are going to make it, right? You're going to make it, right? I mean, come on, you've gotten this far. So I got the lecture about sitting at the dinner table. I'd say, how's that Eagle Scout thing coming? How's that coming? And he'd go, don't use that tone. This is mine. You said this was my thing. You know, I was like, all right. But it was all you can do, right, as a parent, when they're just sort of, you're thinking they're going to be 18 in a minute. Are they going to do it? And sure enough, comes, boom, there he is. And I couldn't believe it. And he always says that I'm doubting Ingrid because I'll ask him. But the truth is, I know Michael, and I know that if I make the assumption he'll do it, he'll kind of dog it out. But if I make the assumption he won't, then he'll just go at it just to prove me wrong. And I'm so glad he did. So here's the thing that the younger scouts need to know. I'm going to guess, I don't know about Sam and Weston, but I'm going to guess this is similar. Michael always makes it look easy. People say to me, oh, he does everything, makes it look easy. It is not easy. Michael works harder than anyone I know, anywhere, at any time. And then he pretends like it's no big deal. He's fallen down, he's gotten up, he's failed, he's had to get up again, he's failed again, because every time you fail, it's a chance to learn. And if you don't fail, and if you get it right the first time, every time, you will never learn anything. So understand that as you go along as Boy Scouts and look at that eagle standing in front of you, it may not feel cool to be a Boy Scout sometimes, but it is very cool to be an Eagle Scout. So just know that, and you get to have that for your whole life. I exactly said the same thing to Michael driving over here. I said, you know what, when you're 80, it's still gonna be cool that you're an Eagle Scout. Nobody's gonna care who gave the commencement address at your high school graduation, but they will know that you're an Eagle Scout, and that will be cool. So you guys, don't let it go. At that moment that it's uncool, it is not uncool. Just keep marching along, keep going. Because sometimes it feels like it can't be done. So, this is sort of embarrassing. I love poems. So I read a poem to my kids about 2 years ago, and Michael said, that sounds kind of Seussian. But I love it. Because I think it is exactly what this is. It's called It Couldn't Be Done, and it's by Edgar Albert Guest. Somebody said it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied, that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, oh, you'll never do that. At least no one has ever done it. But he took off his coat, and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. You did it!